You read that it fell. Ignore my glitter packaging. I come packing crafting.
Hello, and thank you so much for joining me here on SewStitchHex. I'm Macadamia, and today I'm going to be doing a review of No Longer Heroine from from Momoko Koda, which this is volume 3. This series really gets me upset. It's really good. Like, it is really good. We have our main heroine who is... she's a flawed character, and that... while it's really good, it is so stressful because it feels like she's having an identity crisis every volume. It's just like, I'm going to be super sweet. No, I'm not a sweet person. I am a petty, jealous, angry person. And then she's like, no, I'm going to be kind. I'm going to be forgiving. I'm going to be such a pushover. I can't do that. She lasts for like 15 pages and then goes back to her normal self that's very very aggressive in a delicate way, but definitely aggressive and not subtle at all. So in this volume, our main heroine, Hattori, had just given Rita a kiss previously, and then they kind of weren't talking, and then she tried to be like Adachi, but she was trying to be like Adachi for like 5 seconds, essentially. This is her being like Adachi, trying to be the sweet heroine, like the girl, the like kind in every way. But she's like, we may be rivals, but we still help each other out in times of need, right? And she's trying to be like so over the top, but it's not working out. And then she ends up breaking up with this cutie patootie, the guy that she thought was like Kakipi. I don't know if I said it right, but she thought looks just like him, but on the basketball team, of course. And then she's like, okay, I'm going to do this. Yay. So they go on the camping trip, and she's trying to be all like happy, hunky-dory. And it is not working out because that's not really who she is. Like, she's nice, but she's not just like, she goes for what she wants now. She doesn't just wait for it to happen. And she does stand up for herself. And so she ends up making friends with this girl who she tries to defend because she's the heroine. The heroine would help someone in need, right? Yeah. She helps this girl who ends up putting the moves on Rita, who she's like, what the heck is wrong with you? And then even this girl calls her out, like, why are you such a hypocrite? Like, come on. And I'm like, okay, so do you want to help this girl? Do you not want to help this girl? This girl was also the cousin. Her name is Mo or whatever. The cousin of our guy from before. And the guy she was dating. And Rita's like, I gotta say, you're on a different level of annoying today. He's being like super cold and mean to her, and it really fuels the like rumors because he told Mo like, yeah, she's so freaking annoying. Like, I just hate being around her. And he's like, he would never say something like that. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. He would never say something like that because Rita is a good person. And like, no, I don't believe you. You're lying to me. And Mo's upset because she was trying to put the moves on Rita, and he was like, no. And just didn't involve. And then when Hattori asked him, like, what do you think of her? And he's like, she's got big boobs. That's such a guy answer, which really killed me. He says she's not really my type. But he's dated girls that aren't his type because it doesn't matter. And clearly he doesn't care about Adachi's feelings because he seems to be we're learning more about him in this volume. Not in a personality, well, expressly in a personality sense, not in a, like, what does he enjoy sense. We're learning that he is more of a tortured soul. He does have very low self-esteem, or at least low self-worth. And we're learning that he really likes Adachi because she has this dream. She wants to go abroad, and so Adachi has this dream about going abroad, and it ends up coming up all of a sudden, and it's actually like, she wasn't getting to talk, she didn't get to talk about it with anybody. She kind of was just like, I was going to talk to you about it when it came closer, but then the opportunity came up immediately, so I didn't have a chance to discuss it with you. And I'm like, that's kind of shitty. And even Rita and Hattori both are like, that is kind of shitty, but they don't call her on it. They're just like, yay, we're gonna support you. And Hattori's like, yes, I get him to myself. And Rita's just like, yay, I'm happy for you, opportunity. But she says, My dream is to be able to tell people about the problems in the world through my own writing. I think this experience is something I need to do. What she's going to be doing is going to Mexico because she presented a paper about street children during her middle school cultural festival. And then someone in the media who knew her dad thought it was really cool, and so they were able to get her like a short-term study abroad thing. And Victoria was really happy about it. Also, I want to point out, Rita is so freaking toxic. He stresses me out because, of course, I talked about in the last volume how he is always playing with this girl, and he still keeps it up in this one. He does not get better. But, like I said, we find out he's a tortured soul. We find out how he's just really, really lonely and really, really sad, and Adachi really, really cares about him, and she knows that if, just like even Hattori knows, that if nobody goes to get him, he will stay and just wallow in his self-pity. That's all that will happen. Which, hashtag mood. I can relate. So, Hattori, you know, is stressed about him being alone during the summer break while Adachi is on this little trip. And Adachi is worried about him being alone on this trip for summer break. So she even tells Hattori, like, hey, please keep him company so he's not alone all summer. And to point out some of his toxicity really quick before I move on, because it's not really relevant to the story except for the thing with Mo, where Mo wanted to confess her feelings to him and he was like, nah. She said she didn't confess, but that sounds like a lie to me. She lies every time she opens her mouth. So, like, she's her friend, but she's one of her friends that you're like, I can't really listen to you anyway, so okay, cool. And he comes up to Adachi later because she had left them alone on purpose to give her the opportunity to confess her feelings, because like I said, she's like a female cuckold or some shit. I don't know what she be on, because she's always like, yes, of course I cherish my time with him and I care about him so much, but like if he wants to leave me and be happy, like that's fine, but I'm not gonna, you know, try and stand in the way or fight for him or do anything. I'm just gonna leave it completely open and encourage him to hear out everyone else's feelings about him and not try to let like them understand that I am in this committed relationship. It's like she's in a committed relationship, but she's not committed to the relationship. I feel like you could be like, these are my boundaries. I would prefer you not cross them. There's a difference between being possessive, like Rita is, being possessive, because Rita's always possessive of Hattori, fighting off all the guys that want to try and talk to her, telling guys who are interested in her, leave her alone. Like, you have no claim and no stake over her. Like, get back. Let her experience life. But then she's like the complete opposite. She's like, yeah, we're in a relationship, but like, it's no biggie. It's whatever. I mean, yeah, I'd be really, really sad if he left me for someone else. But also, like, Like, do you care or not? Do something. Because even Hattori's like, yeah, I kind of dated this guy, but I still love Rita, and I'm breaking up with this guy because even though I'm not with Rita and Rita said no, I want to be true to my feelings for him and just not see anyone unless it's him. Which is like, bet, fair. I respect that. If you can stick to it. I don't know that she can stick to it, but she's trying. She really is. I will give her that. She's trying. Okay, back to my rant about how annoying this man is. He comes up to her and upsets his girlfriend on purpose, saying, because she left because she said she didn't feel good, you know, to give them time so she could confess. Okay. Oh, well, I started feeling sick after using the bathroom. Sorry for coming back without telling you. I see, so, that was Adachi. And then Rita goes, I see, so, I decided to start going out with that Mo girl. And Adachi's like, because, of course, it breaks her heart to hear that. Because you're like, oh, a pain. Why would you do this to me? He's like, just kidding. And she's like, huh? It's like, what? I said, I'm just kidding. And then she just starts bawling her eyes out, which I would too. You just broke her. Like, I would have, if I were, blah, 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 I can't talk. If I were directing this as an anime, I would have a audible glass shattering sound to express how her heart just broke because she is bawling her eyes out. She's like, why would you lie to me about something like that? And he's like, payback for leaving me alone with her. And then he goes to hug her and he's like, just don't do it again. That kind of thing. And she's like, I'm sorry. And he's thinking to himself, like, what is it that Hattori even sees in me? And it's like, yeah, I'm wondering the same goddamn thing. Because that's so emotionally manipulative and really upset. Why would you lie about that? I don't like to lie about things like that, like in a joking fashion. You would not, that's not an okay kind of a joke. You know? Like, it's a joke if you're like, oh yeah, I'm just going to set it on fire and run away. Like, obviously, I'm not going to set something on fire and run away. But I'm not going to say, yeah, I'm leaving you for this person. Like, if it's a comic book character, I'd be like, yes, I'm leaving you to marry Koga from Inuyasha, the series. Goodbye, my love. That would be different than saying, yeah, that girl you left me alone with, yeah, we're dating now, so I'm breaking up with you. The heck? What the fuck? And then he'd be like, oh, I'm just kidding. I did that because you left me alone with her. Don't do that. The fuck kind of shit are you on? That's manipulative and so fucking disrespectful. And it's like neither one of them respect their relationship, but they're holding to it. I really don't understand. But, so that drama ensues. That is the toxicity that has irked the shit out of me. It's just a minor thing, unrelated to anything else. That bearing in mind and seeing how he's even thinking like, I'm a piece of shit. What does Hattori even see in me? And he's thinking more and more about Hattori. And I'm like, okay, if you want to date her, break up with Adachi and just date her. Okay, that is our main heroine anyway. But like, come on. Come on. You are stringing these women along because this Adachi is a very wonderful young woman. She is so kind, so forgiving, so understanding, and she's so intelligent. She's going places. And either you're going with her or you need to get the fuck out of her way and stop holding her back. And then Hattori, she has so much love to give. And she would be a wonderful partner. And she wants a romantic relationship. But you either need to stop stringing her along and fuck off. Or buck up and shut up and date her. You can't just be like, oh, well, she's mine. But ew, I'm not dating you. Like, come on. Pick one and do it. Just pick one choice and go with that. Instead of stringing both along and hurting both people, just pick someone. Do something because this is not working for anybody. Okay, so summer break is happening and Adachi's on her trip in Mexico and like she's texting, calling, whatever. But Hattori's friends are like, you need to not talk to him because, I mean, absence makes the heart grow fonder. But also, like, you're so predictable. You're gonna harass him. You're gonna annoy him. And he's tired of that. He knows that you're his doormat. That you'll be there for him at any minute. And you will drop everything to help him. And to, smooth over his ego. To make him feel needed and important. Even though really, I think it's just, he does like having one person that loves him unconditionally. Even if he is a complete jackass. And her friends are like, you need to put him on his toes, bruh. You need to step back and let him realize he's taking you for granted. You need to be unpredictable. Make yourself desirable. Men love unpredictability. And I'm like, I don't know about that. But that's what her friends' advice are. Her friends' advice seems to be something along the lines of, men like unpredictable. Show up with a fucking Molotov cocktail today and, the next day show up dressed like a ballerina. Like, I guess just have some unpredictability. That crazy shit really gets them going. That's not sounding right to me, but okay. We're going to go with her friends on this one because she does. She decides, okay, yeah, you're right. I would text him like every day and aggravate the shit out of him. So she doesn't. Not once. The entire break. And she says she worked on herself. Like, she sit there doing push-ups, sit-ups, all the ups. She's working on herself, reading, practicing makeup, just having a good old time. And then the day of the fireworks festival, it's the day before, she goes, hey, do you want to go to the festival together? Okay, see you then. And of course he wants to go because he's been alone this whole month because he doesn't have the ability to just text someone first or go out to one of his friends and be like, hey, can we hang out? Instead, he just sits at home like, nobody likes me. I'm worthless. No one's going to spend time with me. And that is an absolute mood. I totally understand the struggle. But they go out, and he's being kind of weird. Like, they both wore their, like, yukata, right? The guy that she broke up with comes up, and he's like, hi. He's like, looks like I found the perfect place to rest. And they're like, what are you doing here? Because it was even funnier because Satori was trying to be cool, but she couldn't think of anything to talk about. She's like, I really don't know if I know Rita. I don't know what to say. I'm really embarrassed. Why am I so embarrassed? She's embarrassed because she seems to feel like he's actually treating her like a woman because she shows up in her yukata. She looks fly. Look how cute she looks. It's not gonna zoom in. I'm sorry. Okay. But she looks so freaking cute. Some weird guys were like, hi, you cutie. You look really good in that yukata. I can see your underwear, though. And Rita's like, just stand in front of me. You're fine. Nothing's weird's going on. Like, just ignore them. And she's like, do I stink? Do I look good? Like, he's behind me. This is so unnerving. They go buy food, and he pays for everything. He gets them drinks. He gets them food. They get noodles. They get, like a sausages. It's like awesome. And then that guy shows up and he's like, Hiromitsu-kun. She's like, score. This'll fill some time. I don't have to have conversations with him because I don't know what to say. Perfect. He's like, huh? You're alone? Yeah, yeah, right. I was with a girl until just now, but she was kind of a pain, so I told her something came up. I'm just taking a breather until I gotta meet up with the guys. And he's like, Hattori, how do you feel about this guy? And you're like, okay, Rita, why are you being jealous right now? You know you have a girlfriend. I mean, I know she's in another, like, country right now, but, I mean, you have a girlfriend. She's like, huh? Like, what are you? And, Hiromitsu-kun is like, tell him it's a secret. Whispers it. And she does. She's like, it's a secret. Like, do you see me smiling? It's obviously a secret. I'm not just repeating what this guy whispered in my ear. That look, though, like, oh shit, I might have actually lost her. I thought she loved me and only me. And he's like, sorry, I gotta go to the bathroom. And then they start having, like, their bro conversation, their pissing contest here, even though neither of them have a stake on her. Okay, you. Are you still messing with Hattori? What? Is someone curious? Cut the crap. She's not like the girls you always playing around with. I don't know why you're so fixated on her, but just cut it out, all right? So are you saying that if I get serious about Hattori-chan, you'd be okay with it? Terasaka-kun? It's pretty obvious that you're the one who needs to cut it out here. Just how long are you going to monopolize Hattori-chan? Huh? What are you? You don't have the confidence in yourself, do you? That's why you just can't let go of someone who loves you unconditionally. You know what? I bet you think it's fine if Hattori-chan never ends up happy, don't you? You'd be just fine with it if she never finds a man because you're the only one she ever needs to think about. And you're not even into Hattori-chan. Whatever. I guess it's fine. I mean, that's how it is. If you just leave her dangling on a hook like that, Hattori-chan's gonna be in love with you forever. How cruel of you, Terasaka-kun. And he just leaves him there to think about what he's doing. You know, being a jackass. And he's like, huh? Hiromitsu-kun, leave? And she was like, sorry I was so late. Like, it was crowded. There was a lot of people at the bathrooms. Like, it's like, he's just sitting there. He's been reflecting for a few minutes on how he is a piece of shit. And he's like, you need to find a boyfriend already. Like, she just fucking had one. You made her feel like shit about it, and she got rid of him. Gah! Okay. Sorry. Huh? What? He's like, personally, I don't believe the way you feel. What? I really don't. I mean, what is it that you even see in me? What do you know about me? Everyone's like that, saying they're in love so easily. There isn't a single thing that's special about me. Absolutely nothing at all. And once anyone finds that out, they leave. You're no different. So, like, bitch, this has been your bestie for the restie since you were children. She has been in complete love of you, and as much as she thinks she hides it, the way we see her in this series, I'm 99% sure you've known all along. There is no way that was better at hiding it before she just came out with it. Like, absolutely no way. It's on her face. It's on her sleeve. You know how she felt. So, she's been dedicated for 5 years. So don't give me that shit. Continuing. You're no different. And neither is Adachi. Someone amazing like her. With dreams like that. I don't think I'm going to be enough one day. You know I'd never be like that. Yeah, right. During summer break, you were having plenty of fun without me around, weren't you? And she's just like, bitch, I thought about you every fucking day. Rita, I'm sorry. And she just hugs him. Because he's talking such hard shit about himself. I mean, he's not wrong. I am completely on, you're a piece of shit. You need to step up your shit. And if you're going to act like this, just stop dating people. If you're going to be acting like this, just stop dating people. Because you're treating them like they're disposable because you think you're disposable. It's like you're projecting the way you feel about yourself onto your relationships, and it's not good. You must have felt so lonely, even though you don't have a lot of friends to start with. I'm so sorry for leaving you all alone, all on your own. Me not contacting you was all part of my plan. And he's like, what? Like, Nakajima said what I needed was an unexpected side. So I thought that not contacting you during summer break would work and I'd get your attention, but I wanted to see you so badly the entire break. And she shows her fucking calendar that's honestly giving creepy vibes. Bless her. She has a focus, she has a dream, and she is very single-minded, and that mind is only on him. So bless her. But if this were a different genre, she would be a yandere and I would be frightened for my life. All right. She's like, Rita, I want to see you. Gonna die. Rita. I want to go see Rita. Lost a kilo. Wonder if Rita will notice. And like literally every single day, she wrote a little note. It's like her almost like mini diary on this calendar for every single day. And he's sitting there looking at it like a pained expression on his face. Like, you might at this point need to date her. It would be emotional, like, it'd be like almost like an emotional, like a hijacking kind of, you're being kidnapped, not safe anymore. Feels like I feel like if this were a little bit darker of a genre, she would murder Adachi and would just tie Rita up and hide him in her basement. I'm a little afraid for her. Look, she even gets the crazy eyes. She has some expressions in this series. Every book, she's the most expressive anime character I've seen in a manga in a while. Like, in a manga character too. I want to see this as an anime. That's where this is. Because her expressions are absolutely priceless. Continuing on with, after that extremely creepy viewing of her calendar, which she happened to have on her, which also, I'm assuming it's a planner, but that's still kind of weird. I'm sorry for not considering how it might make you feel, and only thinking about myself, but from here on out, you're never going to get a chance to be alone again. I don't care if I'm just being self-centered or what, but I'm following you around for the rest of my life. That's creepy. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I can't believe you. I'm trying to be serious here. Say so. And he grabs her hand. I think she was gonna like push him or like hit him or something. But he grabs her hand. Hattori, Excuse me. He didn't say it like that. Hattori, were you always this kind? And she's just looking at him like, haha. So you're finally realized, and he kisses her. And she's just like, oh shit. Which I'm kind of sad this isn't her first kiss, but also it's like a 5-panel kiss. And the fireworks conclude, and she's speechless. And she's asking if they can hold hands, but they literally haven't stopped since he grabbed her hand when she was either going to hit him or push him. I still don't know. And she can't stop thinking about it. She's even starts reading like a manga or something that has a character that resembles him on the front. So it's even funnier to me. Just thinking about them kissing, thinking about him. He's talking to, emailing, texting, whatever it is, his Adachi, and being so involved. And then she gets a message, and she's like, want to hang out? And they end up, she ends up freaking out because it wasn't him. It was her other friend. Goes to his house, and he's like, hi. And she's like, do you want to go on a date? And so they go on a date. They go to, like, the movies, to dinner, and they're just having a great time, like an actual couple. Even though we got this is great, like, very angsty side shot of him because he's always just so down and in the dumps. They have a great date. Like, it's like they're almost a real couple, and they're both in like almost this dream state of happy, like, dating. And then Adachi's calling. It's like, hi, I see you. I just happened to get back today. I was going to tell you tomorrow, but I happened to pass by and see you. I'm so glad you two are having fun. And it's like, Adachi, if you only knew. And then he snaps out of it. And he's like, I really feel like, she's like, hey, let's go to karaoke. I feel like singing. Like, it's going to be fun. Like, what you said earlier. Thanks. It made me happy. Yesterday's fireworks, too. I guess you've always been like that for so long. You've never laughed just because you saw a weak side of me. You've always been right there, like it was the natural thing. I took you for granted. Always in some sort of way. If we kept on being together like this, I might have fallen in love with you. But maybe that's just me wanting somebody by my side, no matter who it is. I honestly don't know. How brooding and how much of a prick can you be, right? She's like, no. This means, she's like, what? She's freaking out. And even, okay, her friend has the right idea, right? Okay, her friend is like, what do you mean, what are you going to do? So he's running away from you, like he always does. I can't stand Terasaka. He should just die. He is. It's what cheaters like him always do. They put off having to make a real decision and just run away. You need to remember that. He messed up by making that move on you, and now he wants to cut you off so that he's not the bad guy, right? And you're going to be interested in that idiot again, putting us right back at step freaking one. I've been so scared since yesterday that Rita might just say he's sorry. A lot of things might still be up in the air, but that's fine. He is acting like nothing ever happened. She's like, something like this has never happened before. For the first time, he tried to actually engage with how I feel. This is in her mind. Then they go back to school like nothing happened. And Mo heard about the situation, and they're both just talking. It's like, he's like, so she heard. Of course, personally, whatever happens to that idiot isn't my problem. Just don't do anything that makes you look like a loser. It makes me want to kill you when you do. And she's like, so what are you going to do now? And she was commenting on how he was just running, trying to clear his head because he feels so bad. If he felt so bad, would he keep doing it? Because he keeps doing this to people. And it's like, this hasn't even gotten that serious. And he's stressing me out because he's playing with her constantly. And she's just letting him. And it doesn't make any sense. Like, it'd be different if this character had redeemable qualities. But all we've seen is that we know that they have an emotional connection from way back. But they've done nothing that makes them seem like a redeemable character. Literally everything they've done is repulsive. It's repugnant. It's disgusting. I'm tired of this character. Rita is such a dick. I actually like the fucking Cocky P guy a lot more, because at least he's pretty clear he's a playboy. Like, it's pretty clear. Rita goes back and forth between trying to look like a good guy who's interested, being protective, but being all over the place. And Adachi's just like, it's whatever. It doesn't mean anything to me. I'd be fine as long as everyone's happy. And then bursts into tears the minute something happens because she's trying to be so nice and so considerate. Like, say what you really mean. You don't like it when he pushes your boundaries. You don't like it when he's so willy-nilly with your feelings and throws himself or lets other people throw themselves at him instead of establishing a firm barrier that he is in a committed relationship. You're just letting him do what he wants and be with whoever he wants as much as it hurts you. And Hattori feels the same way, even though she's not even with him. But he's leading her on, too, and preventing her from having her own life. It's so freaking stressful. And I really want someone to call him out on it more in the next volume, to the point that he actually feels bad about it and not just wallows in self-pity because, oh, woe is me. Like, maybe you wouldn't feel so shitty about yourself if you weren't being shitty to everyone who cares about you. Wow. Who would have thought? But as you can tell, I got very worked up with this because it's like every time Rita opens his mouth or every time he walks onto the page, he is a dick. And so I absolutely hate him. I love Adachi. She deserves the world. Queen. Hattori needs some help. Very flawed. And she even said she's going to be an improper heroine. And we have our proper heroine in a little added book. Like, finally, the heroine. Ha ha ha. It's just about her side of when she met Rita. But, yeah. I just want our two girls, hell, I'd be fine if they fell in love with each other and dated. I think they'd treat each other a lot better than Rita. And frankly, they deserve someone to treat them well. So that's just my opinion on this volume. Driving me up a wall. Can't wait to read Volume 4. And I will see you here next time with Volume 4. Please feel free to like and subscribe. I will throw this up into a playlist once it's all public, of course, because I've been way behind on editing. If anyone is curious, I got like 26 videos currently to be edited. I've almost finished editing one of those, so we'll be down to 25 probably within the next 24 to 48 hours, which is great because I've been super lazy and super tired. I don't know if you can be lazy and tired when you're working a lot, but I'm both. I don't know how that works. But if you have read it, please let me know down below. If you are furious, let me know down below. And I will see you here next time. And I'm sure I will bring lots of feelings and emotions and things to yell about. Thank you so much for watching for like the umpteenth time. And have a wicked evening. Bye! She just gave Rika-chan. She just had given Rita. Blah, 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 blah. You know what? I bet you think it's fine if Hattori-chan ends up. Blah.